They wanted it. They got it. They had their hissy fit in Texas. They all got on a plane and flew to D.C. All vaccinated. Now 3 of them tested positive. This shit just never stops. It never stops. Stay tuned.
With Vice President Kamala Harris just a few days ago. We reached out to her office about that meeting, and since we know that several have been exposed and tested positive to COVID-19, but we have not heard back. The picture, though, that is making the rounds is this photograph of the group from Texas on the airplane not wearing masks. It's a non-negotiable CDC guideline. You have to wear a mask on a plane. It's also an FAA mandate. John, the group met with heavy hitters in the Democratic Party here in Washington in person in close contact, including with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senator Joe Manchin, and Vice President Harris. Representatives from Manchin and Leader Schumer say that they were not in contact with those positive patients. One of those, though, in the delegation confirmed the positive.
3 Texas Democrats out of the group that whined and cried and fled Texas to go to D.C. to stave off the Republican voting legislation because they want IDs for people to vote, and the Dems don't want that. Well, apparently they're all fully vaccinated, and now 3 of them tested positive for COVID. And they say none of them have symptoms, none of them are sick, blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is this. The Biden White House and the Dems are pushing this vaccine like it's the savior of humanity. He actually says that the pandemic now is the unvaccinated people. Well, guess what, fucking drooling Joe? 3 of your compadres from Texas tested positive. So is your vaccine working or isn't it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You say it is. People fully vaccinated are testing positive. But you're insisting that everybody needs to be vaccinated, and now you're going after social media platforms because they're letting people speak their mind, their right as an American citizen to speak what's on their mind. You're telling the major social media platforms, you don't like it, find out who it is and take them down. Because quite frankly, you don't like people spreading misinformation, which quite frankly comes from you and your White House and your spokesperson, that I'll circle back woman, daily. You go as far as to get some I don't know how old she is, pop star, never even heard of her, to go to the White House to speak at a press briefing to encourage people to get vaccinated. And she made sure, she said, what a wonderful job Biden is doing and Fauci is doing and Kamala is doing. Who is this person and how much did you pay her to go there? Quite frankly, no adult that I know knows who this girl is. And even if we did, why would we listen to her when she says get vaccinated? No one cares about you. No one even knows who you are. I don't know where you came from. I don't know what music you play or sing. And quite frankly, I really don't care. The bottom line is they're pulling out all the stops to try to get this thing out there to each and every American man, woman, child. I said man and woman. And the 52 other genders, they want to make sure everybody is vaccinated. And that's a good thing, I guess, okay? I'll admit that. But when you have this bunch of, I can't think of a good word to call them. I'll just keep calling them the Texas Democrats. They all get on a plane and they're all excited. They're all happy. We're going to D.C. We're going to stop the vote. Not one of them had a mask on this plane. Private plane, chartered plane, or commercial airliner, the CDC states you will wear a mask on any and all flights. Bottom line, end of story, but none of them had it on. And these are the people leading Texas, and they're trying to go push their influence on DC. Come on. Who's voting for these people, and who's believing in what they say? I, for one, am not. I don't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. They're just looking to showboat. They're looking to showboat. They got nothing going on for them. They know the country's getting destroyed because of their president's bullshit politics. And they don't like the fact that the other party is trying to mandate, if you will, that people present an ID to vote. They don't like that. Why? Why do I think? Because they can't win their elections if people present an ID, because they know that the people aren't going to vote for them. They know they're a bunch of asshats. They know their politics suck. They know everything they try to do is a joke. They're trying to rule the country in a communist fashion, and it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. If I were to go to the airport today and walk in without a mask and refuse to put it on, I'd be kicked out the door. I don't know if the cops would try to arrest me. I don't know if it's an arrestable offense, but you would not be allowed to get in the airport. Never mind, get through the gate and onto a plane. But this group of whatever you know, they're better than everybody. We're elected officials. Shut the fuck up. They took it upon themselves to either, like I said, charter a flight, private plane, whatever the hell it was, and take their photos. Look at us. We got no masks on. We're going to stop this. And now 3 of them have tested positive. And lo and behold, apparently, some of them, maybe the positive ones, they were the lucky ones to meet with Kamala Harris. That's right. And all of a sudden, she paid a visit to the doctor for a checkup. Was it a planned visit? Was it a yearly physical? If I were to guess at the answer, it's no. Because she knows that this vaccine thing is either it's hit or miss. Okay? And now she knows that fully vaccinated people tested positive for COVID. Although, again, no symptoms, but they still tested positive. So is the vaccine just not working for them? Is it, like I said, hit or miss? Can anybody test positive? Your guess is as good as mine. And again, we'll never find out the real facts or the real truth. But this is about a group of Democratic politicians unhappy about voting regulations, namely presenting a photo ID to prove who you are to vote. They don't like it, they don't want it, and they're going to do everything they can to stop it. And that's what they were trying to do. Now, I don't know if they had a say. I don't know if they were able to speak in Congress. Quite frankly, I don't think they would be, because they're state legislators. They're not Congress people. So it just continues. It continues to, they continue, I should say, to push their agenda and not allow people to do what they want to do. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you should not have to get vaccinated. End scene. That's it. But when this guy, Stumbling Joe, wants to go to social media giants like Facebook and tell them that people, and these were his words, not mine, look it up, people on Facebook are killing people, or Facebook is killing people, he said, by letting people who are against this vaccine, I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're scientists or just some blubbering fools. But the point is, it's their right to say what they feel. But we all know the social media platforms don't allow that. So what this administration is trying to do is tell these social media giants like Facebook, you need to find out who these people are and you need to block their access to the platform so they can't speak their air quotes, misinformation. And that's where it's at. It's against your rights. They're trying to prevent you from speaking your mind because I certainly don't know the truth. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just some fucking guy who goes to work every day and then likes to talk about this because, quite frankly, everybody's quiet. Nobody knows nothing. And if anybody's believing what these politicians are saying, I think I've said this a million times, they need to go in their basement, block all the windows, lock the doors, and never come out. Because it's getting worse and worse and worse every day. Every single day, there's a story about some member of the Democratic Party bitching, whining, crying because they're not getting their way, because they know that if IDs are needed to vote, which yes, they should be, you need an ID to buy liquor, to buy cigarettes, if you're underage, to get on a plane, to rent a car, to go to a bank. You need an ID for everything. So yes, you should be able to prove who you are with an ID to vote. But they don't want that because chances are they won't get reelected because they can't get all the shady votes in. And again, my opinion, that's what I believe. And I know a lot of you believe it. And it needs to be talked about more. Because enough is enough. I'm so sick and tired of every time you look online or on television, one of these people are crying and bitching about something. Biden's a joke. Harris is a joke. They're destroying this country slowly but surely. And unfortunately, we have to suffer with them until the end of their term. And the next election cycle, I don't care who runs, but let it be somebody with a brain in their head that wants to do something good and turn this country around and stop all this bullshit. Stop the communist bullshit, because that's what they're pushing. They continue to send out money. Child tax credit checks, this check, that check, daycare check. What the fuck? How about just everybody go get a job? Everybody go get a job. There's plenty of jobs out there. But they don't want it. I'll say it again. They don't fucking want it. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm going to talk about it. So let's see where the Democrats go. Let's see how they make out with their COVID positive. And let's see how Kamala makes out in her doctor's visit. Because quite frankly, I think if she tested positive, they wouldn't say anything. No, because that would go against her plan, the door knocking. Let's knock on your door. Hey, we got a bag of syringes out here. How about putting your arm through the window and we'll whack you? That's what they want to fucking do. Okay, and it's stupid, it's ridiculous, it's bullshit politics. They don't know what else to do, because they do know, I believe, that they're fucking destroying this country, and they're just going to continue to try to do it. And that's it. And that's my Democratic COVID-19 rant for today. I just, I don't know where this is going to end up, but we all know it's not going to be good. We're stuck with these people. We're stuck with their dirty politics. And they're going to do anything in their power to try to make it so people don't need IDs to vote. So the thousands of people that are coming over the borders every day can just run out when it's election time. Vote. We don't know who you are. You don't speak English. That's okay. We'll show you where to check off. It's so obvious what they're doing. But, and I truly think that people actually see this. If anybody actually voted for this guy, Biden, I think they see what's going on. But they don't want to admit that they were one of the probably 8,000 or 80,000 that voted for him. Forget 80 million. That's the biggest joke I've ever heard. And that's it. We're just going to hold tight, put our seatbelts on, and hang the fuck on, because this shit's going nowhere fast. And that's it. If you haven't already liked this video, please like it. I'll appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when there's another rant coming out of me, because you know there's more coming. And that's that. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great week, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.